the Texas measles outbreak gets worse, we'll show you why parts of our area could be at risk.
Helpful resources for the Denton community may be going away soon. We'll explain why.
And we'll show you how gamers may be putting their health at risk.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
You are looking at a live picture here in Denton, where it is gray and cloudy.
The temperatures have dropped and stiff wind is blowing, all setting us up for some potentially severe weather.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Lucy Ritchie.
And I'm Aaron Erie. Let's go over to our weather anchor, Maddie Holston, for a look at our current weather and what we can expect. Maddie?
Guys, right now, as of current conditions, it's going to be 67 degrees with 15-mile-per-hour winds, and it's cloudy. As we head later into the evening, it's still going to be 67, but it's going to start raining. It'll be 21-mile-per-hour winds, and tomorrow, it's going to be 67 degrees. It'll feel like 66, and there will be 31-mile-per-hour winds. As we head into this evening, get comfortable at home because there's a severe weather watch across North Texas. Conditions include wind speeds up to 60 miles per hour, possible hail, a tornado warning, and elevated critical fire conditions. Due to the severe winds, North Texas has issued a tornado watch. In the event of a tornado, stay away from the windows and head down to that storm shelter. In addition to that, tornado warning, strong wind speeds increase the risk of a fire. Avoid activities that can spark a fire like dragging chains, tossing out cigarette butts. With minimal rainfall and increased wind, there's a greater chance of fire catching. Keep an eye out for more updates on these conditions. Stay safe and be aware of the severe weather headed into tomorrow morning from tonight. That's all I have. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Maddie. A different type of weather problem caused huge problems in parts of West Texas. A dust storm that hit El Paso earlier today caused near zero visibility and forced highways to shut down. This kind of dust storm is known as a haboob. It quickly swept across 2 counties in New Mexico before moving into Texas. An emergency alert was sent out to all El Paso citizens, urging them to stay indoors. To our east, firefighters in North and South Carolina continue to battle wildfires that broke out over the weekend. Conditions are improving, but dry and windy conditions remain. More than 160 fires were burning across South Carolina. The largest is near the vacation city of Myrtle Beach. It covers about 1,600 acres and is just 30% contained. South Carolina's governors declared a state of emergency yesterday. Several parts of North Carolina that were recently affected by Hurricane Helene are also on fire. Light winds will continue through tomorrow.
If you're thinking of heading to South Padre for spring break, there's a fun new attraction to check out. The world's largest fully enclosed sea turtle hospital is now open. On Saturday, Sea Turtle Incorporated celebrated the opening of the 15,000 square foot facility. The organization is committed to advancing sea turtle conservation efforts. Volunteers have rescued turtles during recent winter storms, like the 2021 deep freeze. Extremely cold weather can impact sea turtles' ability to regulate their body temperature or even move. Sea Turtle Incorporated was founded in 1977 with a mission to protect sea turtles around the globe. But there is an organization here in Denton that helps people, but is now in danger of closing if they're unable to get help themselves. Solutions of North Texas is a nonprofit organization that exists to serve the community. Across the United States, there was a 2.1% or $11.7 billion decrease in philanthropy between 2022 and 2023. Organizations like Solutions felt the hit and have been campaigning to the community for more funding, but they're in danger of going away unless the community can continue to stand behind them.
That everybody is, now that it's come out, right, I think everybody's sort of like, no way, this can't happen. It is happening. And I think that one, just sharing our posts, showing up to the advocacy rally. I mean, word of mouth is helpful. Raising awareness is going to be very helpful. And Denton is full of that, right? Denton has people who want to get behind something.
Solutions opened in 2006 and has been serving the Denton community since, receiving a lot of support along the way.
I do want to really give a special shout out to our specialty court systems, because those judges and the people within really care about the people going through the justice system.
The nonprofit will be holding an advocacy rally at the courthouse Tuesday the 4th to show the city that they're willing to put in the work and remind the community that addiction will stay even if solutions must go.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter what your socioeconomic family looks like. It doesn't matter race, sexuality, it doesn't matter. If you have this thing or you don't.
They're working with the community to provide for the community and to reach the target.
The goal is to stay open. The goal is to serve y'all. That's it. That's where we need to focus.
ntTV will continue to cover the recent budget cuts impacting our community.
Coming up, single moms may have fewer options to get the basic necessities. I'll show you why.
And is your kid's screen time getting out of hand? What experts are saying about the latest trends.
And the UNT men's basketball team will be looking to stay near the top of the conference as they prepare for tonight's game here at the Super Pit. I'll have a live preview later in the show.
Hey UNT students! Looking for creativity and inspiration? The UNT Union Gallery invites you to experience artwork at the art exhibit from your own talented Eagle artists. This free exhibit features a rotating selection of incredible artworks from talented Mean Green artists. Don't miss your chance to experience creativity up close. Stop by anytime during union hours. Want to hear more from the artist yourself? Join us at the Ask and Eat reception, where you can dive deeper into the creative process and enjoy a good conversation over a bite to eat. Don't miss the latest exhibit at the UNT Union. Immerse yourself in the art and be sure to explore the many other exciting exhibits rotating in throughout the semester.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pole Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
The outbreak of measles in Texas continues to grow. Tonight, 158 confirmed cases are being reported. With this highly contagious disease spreading fast, the new Secretary of Health and Human Resources, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has modified his position on vaccinations. He now says that the MMR vaccine not only protects children from measles, but also contributes to community immunity. Here in Denton, officials are watching the situation carefully. ntTV's Kendall Keaton is live at the UNT Health Center with more. Kendall?
That's right, Aaron. Right now, public health officials across North Texas are on high alert after confirming the region's first measles case right here in Rockwall County. While officials believe this particular case was travel-related and not community spread, they say the risk remains high, especially in areas with lower vaccination rates. Tarrant County officials say they are already developing a response plan in case more cases emerge, and local hospitals say they are prepared to handle any new infections. But the biggest concern, schools with lower immunization rates. Data from the state shows some North Texas schools have measles vaccination rates below 50%, far from the 95% needed for herd immunity. Health experts are urging families to check their immunization records and get vaccinated if they haven't already. They also warn that measles is one of the most contagious viruses, spreading through the air and lingering for hours in a space where the infected person coughed or sneezed. As of now, there is no sign of additional cases in Rockwall County, but officials say staying vigilant is key. We will continue to follow the story as it develops. That's all I got. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kendall. There are also some new developments in the health of Pope Francis. After being taken off of a ventilator over the weekend, the Pope had to be placed back on it today. The Vatican says he suffered 2 episodes of acute respiratory failure. There are no plans to move Francis out of the hospital anytime soon. That means he will be unable to lead this week's Ash Wednesday service for just the second time since he became Pope in 2013.
Lucy, it's a heat wave, and all of this warm air is stirring up the wind. It's a good thing I didn't lose my hair on the way into the studio.
Tell me about it. We need to make sure that we are staying safe in this weather.
Well, let's send it on over to our weather anchor, Maddie Holston, to see if this week's weather is anything to get excited about. Maddie?
That's right, guys. Let's not get too excited about spring break. And Aaron, don't worry about that hair. As we look across the North Texas conditions, it's going to be a little bit warmer down here in Graham and Stephenville at 76 degrees. Up here in Bowie and Decatur, it'll be in the high 60s with 66 degrees and 68 degrees. It'll be 62 in Gainesville. Here in Denton, it'll be 67 degrees. And down here in Fort Worth, it'll be 74 degrees as well. On this side of North Texas, it's going to be about 61 degrees in Sherman, 64 in McKinney. It'll be 68 degrees in Dallas, and then over in Paris in Sulphur Springs, it'll be in the low 60s at 61 degrees and 64 degrees. As we take a look at the North Texas state, we'll find over here in the east, it's going to be a little bit chillier at 66 degrees. Up here in Denton, still sitting at 67. In the south, it's going to be 77 in Austin, 76 in Houston. It'll be warmer down there. Up here in Amarillo and Abilene, we're going to be in the 70s. It'll be 73 degrees and 79 degrees. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Heading into tomorrow, it's going to be 67 degrees with a low of 40 degrees, and there'll be a 24% chance of rain, so stay alert. It'll be 63 degrees on Wednesday with a low of 35. It'll be cloudy on Thursday with a high of 69 degrees and a low of 56. On Friday, it'll be partly cloudy. It'll warm up a little bit. It'll be 81 degrees and have a low of 45 degrees. On Saturday, we're back to those clouds with a low of 62 degrees and a rain chance of 53%. On Saturday and Monday, we move up into the sun. It'll be 67 degrees and 75 degrees as well. That's all I have. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Maddie. A growing problem in this country is food insecurity, and Denton is no exception. The Denton Freedom House Food Pantry is working to provide a solution to this problem.
Food insecurity is on the rise in Denton, and for many single women, putting food on the table is a daily struggle. With rising food costs and limited assistance, some are forced to choose between rent and groceries.
Yeah, I would definitely say single mothers, trying to feed their kids, trying to balance, a job, or maybe not even being able to, have a quality job or full-time job. I would say food is probably outside of housing, food and shelter are their number one priorities.
So what is happening? Across Texas, 1 in 6 people face food insecurity. The North Texas Food Bank data reports an almost 3% increase in food insecurity from the past year, stating that 16.4% of Texas is currently facing hunger. In Denton, this percentage has risen from 10.4% to 15.7% in the past year.
If you've got gas in your car and you've got all these mouths to feed, and it typically is, you don't very often find single dads with a bunch of kids, but it's always moms that come in, and I shared some of the data with you. The population of women we have coming in here is twice what we have for men. And often they bring their kids.
Living is rising while wages and assistance often fall short. For single women, especially mothers, limited access to affordable and healthy food creates an ongoing crisis.
Most pantries, it's once a week, once a month.
As food insecurity continues to grow, local resources like the Denton Freedom House are stepping up. In our next segment, we'll look at the organizations trying to bridge the gap.
This is an ongoing issue, and I will be looking into other aspects of it in the upcoming weeks.
Another issue is having an impact on our health, specifically our hearing. And it's coming from a surprising source. ntTV's Alana Woodard is here with tonight's Your Health.
Aaron, today is World Hearing Day. How loud do you listen to music or video games could affect your hearing health. Video gamers may be at a higher risk, with young adult gamers spending about 17 hours playing video games with their headphones.
It's a popular pastime that continues to grow. On average, gamers ages 18 to 35 spend about 17 hours every week playing video games in the U.S., according to a 2024 Video Gamer Safe Listening poll.
Over half of them are playing at levels that are too loud. And our hearing is something that we take for granted until we lose it.
Audiologist Lindsay Creed says gamers now often use earbuds, headphones, or headsets, which can put loud noises close to the ear, and over time, that can cause significant damage.
There's often not much we can do to get it back at that point.
But Creed says noise-induced hearing loss is preventable. First, turn down the volume. Keeping it to about 50% or less can reduce risk of damage. Next, take listening breaks every hour. Even a few minutes can help your ears recover. Finally, use headphones that offer protection, like ones that are noise canceling.
This will help reduce the noise in the user's environment and really allow them to resist the urge to crank up the volume of the game to compensate for what's going on around them.
Creed says children and young adults are most vulnerable to this type of hearing loss and may not be able to put into words that a sound is too loud. So she says it's important that parents stay aware and promote hearing care.
They can still play their games and have fun, just in a safer way.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Young adult gamers and kids both are finding it hard to break away from their screens. Screen time among kids has been the same for nearly 5 years, but how that screen time is being used is changing. One survey done by the Common Sense Media shows the impact of media and technology on kids. 2-year-olds spend around 2 hours on their screens, and 5 to 8-year-olds spend a little over 3 hours on their screen. Some are concerned about the time young kids are spending on their devices. Kids use their screen time watching short videos like TikToks and playing games that has increased since 2020 by nearly 65%. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alana. Time is running out to sip some of your favorite Starbucks drinks. We'll show you what's disappearing today.
And can you say party, party, party? We'll show you how a huge celebrity helped get things started in the Mardi Gras capital of the world.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3. Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have 2 traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
Well, I don't know about you, Lucy, but one of my favorite ways to get my day started is with a nice cup of coffee.
Same here. I love some caffeine in the morning.
Well, it looks like one of my favorite spots, Starbucks, has some big changes coming to their menu. Our reporter Micah Talley has more on the story. Micah?
Thanks, Aaron. Starbucks is making cuts to its menu, taking off 13 items that are deemed less popular. The change will go into effect this coming Monday. Starbucks says these items are too commonly purchased, they can be difficult to make, or are too similar to other drinks on the menu. All these changes are supposed to reduce wait times and improve consistency. The chain says it will continue to introduce seasonal drinks and other new items. Officials say that there are more changes coming in the next few months, which will end up with a 30% cut in items on the menu by the end of this year. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kiss my Carvel Ribbon Crunch Frappe goodbye and find a new favorite. But that's all I have for you guys today. Back to y'all at the desk.
If you're looking for a drink a little different than Starbucks, why not try mead? I can barely remember the last time I had mead, but our reporter Cynthia Mendoza shares her visit to a local Denton meadery.
This weekend, I visited Believe Meadery, a locally owned, all-natural meadery. This was my first time trying mead, and I was not disappointed. South of Denton in Argyle, Texas, lies a one-man mead operation, Believe Meadery. Open only 5 years, Believe Meadery has gained international recognition for their amazing flavors and all-natural ingredients.
Like for a low-calorie, all-natural, no preservatives, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors.
But what is mead? Simply, it is fermented honey, fruit with water and yeast. However, Brian goes above and beyond the traditional mead.
Kind of my passion for making beer flipped over to mead.
Brian has been making beer and wine since the 80s. It wasn't until his daughter was diagnosed with celiac that he went full force into it, sourcing ingredients from all over the world to find the best natural flavors with only a 6% alcohol level. Over time, Brian has entered his fair share of international competitions and come back with more than one win.
Out of them, I think it's one thing if I think they're good, but it's another thing when you're going to enter them into international competitions and put them out there, and then when you win medals on it, it's very rewarding.
Drawing all kinds of customers from people who have gluten intolerances or want to find a substitute for over-processed wine.
I think if I was to put it in, it would easily, it would do very well.
Wait, I like this one a lot. There's not much mead culture in the USA, but Believe Meadery could quickly become one of your favorite hangout spots.
Exactly. And it's a lot of fun just to kind of be a little local place out here in Denton County, but yet have international acclaim.
If you would like to visit Believe Meadery, they are open on weekends from noon to 5. With North Texas Television, I'm Cynthia Mendoza. I had a lot of fun at Believe Meadery, and hopefully you will too. That's it for me. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Cynthia. Mardi Gras is only one day away, but some people are celebrating early. Thousands of people gathered in New Orleans Sunday for the first set of parades, including Basketball Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was the main event at the carnival, drawing people all the way from Houston just to catch a glimpse of the GOAT. The Uptown Parade officially kicked off the Mardi Gras with 7-foot party animal, and it sets the bar high for what to expect tomorrow.
Speaking of Shaq, I've heard certain ticket prices are just as tall as he is.
Goodness, that must be really steep. Let's send it over to our sports anchor Seth Wickman, who's live at the Super Pit with more.
That's right, guys. The hits for Maverick fans just keep on coming. Plus, I'll have a live preview for tonight's game here at the Super Pit between UNT and Wichita State. Stick around.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DatQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DatQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DatQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DatQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Yeah, guys, I'm here at the Super Pit where the men's and women's basketball teams have just been absolutely cooking as of late. And we'll have the men's team taking the floor here in about 2.5 hours on national television to have one of their final home games of the season. Now, they have been absolutely dominating here this whole season with 13 wins, looking for their 14th and only one loss to the UTSA Roadrunners just a few weeks ago. Now, UNT is sitting at second in the conference, right behind Memphis, with 3 crucial regular season games remaining and hopes of a deep playoff run. And not to be outdone, the women's team is cooking as well, and they've been dominating at home also with having 15 wins and only 1 loss to SMU a few months ago. And just 2 days ago, they dominated here at home against the UAB Blazers, outscoring them 77-56. Their last game of the regular season will be tomorrow at Rice. And star player Tamisha Lampkin is separating herself as a candidate for star player of the conference. She is averaging a double-double, which is the only player in the conference to do so. All right, now let's talk about our beloved team here in Dallas in the NBA. The Mavericks have decided to raise ticket prices for next season by 8%. Team officials have claimed this is due to ongoing investments in the team and fan engagement. This is just icing on the cake after everything that Mavs fans have gone through, including a trade dealing away star Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Now, that's all I got for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Seth. While Mavericks fans continue to deal with broken hearts, we now have an idea of what it looks like when the sound barrier is broken. A new image released by NASA shows America's first civil supersonic jet flying at speeds faster than Mach 1, which is about 760 miles per hour. The space agency used special photography to capture shockwaves around the aircraft as it pushed through the air last month. What you see in these images is the jet flying in front of the sun. Telescopes with special filters had to be used to capture these incredible images.
Thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.